Oh, hi there. Welcome back. It's another day of martial arts class with Sensei Dave from my living room. It might not be too far in the future where you'll see me at the JCC in my karate studio. You might still be watching me on video, but we may be filming it from there. As always, the first few moments of class are waiting for those people watching live to come join. So if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to fast forward to the beginning of class and skip ahead if you need to. But you're also welcome to hang out and watch the opening. And also, as always, while you're waiting for class to begin and you're coming on board, start doing a little bit of warm-up and loosening to get your body ready for class. Today's class, I'm planning on doing a lot of work on the floor, although we'll also do some standing combinations as part of our warm-up. So be ready to crawl around, roll around, maybe fall down a little bit, but basically to be down on the floor. We're going to work on ways to move down low. Now, kids, you're probably already good at that. You can crawl around, you can roll around, you can fall down, you get back up, fall down again. When we get to be grown-ups, we don't crawl around on the ground quite as much. So Sensei Dave spent some time teaching grown-ups how to crawl around again. So if you're here and you're waiting, go ahead and start getting your body nice and loose. Arm and leg swings, body twists, any of those things work. You can practice some of the moves that we've done in class up to now. Moving your legs around like you're kicking, moving your hands around like you're striking. Any of those things are great ways to start warming your body up before class starts. Ooh, I'm going to warm my arms up a little bit. But we're doing a lot with the whole body today, arms and legs. So you can do little squats. How are you all today? Are you doing well? Today's supposed to be maybe some rain, some wind. Might have to be stuck inside again today. Are you getting outside? Are you getting some time playing in the yard? My time in the yard has been building something. So remember me talking about it before, where we dug up a lot of grass and we're building a patio in our backyard. That's a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. Remember last week I talked about that. Sometimes hard work can be fun, especially when you get it all done and you see what you've done. Then you can feel really proud when you've worked hard. That's even true for your body. If you exercise and you get stronger, you can be proud of all the work you did to make your body strong. All right, I think I'm ready to start class. So, why don't you all join me at front position? Can you say knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, strength in the body, and bow. All right, let's start out with a warm-up. We're going to start with leg swings, okay? So hold one hand right out in front of you like this. Put the same leg back and just swing your leg up and try to touch your toe to your hand. And remember, when we do this, we want to lift our leg up to our hand, not to bring our hand down to our leg, right? Now, lift your leg up. Don't swing it as hard as you can. Just lift it and put it back. Let's do, what's a good number? 1,000,000? That's probably too many, huh? How about 10? Let's do 10. 1, 2, and you can do these on your own. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then switch sides. Just lifting it up. 1, 2. Try to hold the other hand up on guard too, so you're always practicing that, even when you're warming up. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now hold your hands right in front of you like this and lift your knees up to your hands. Just bring them up nice and high. Lifting our knees is an important part of kicking. Oh. This is also making sure my hips are flexing nice and big so I can get down low when we get down on the ground. Hi, Hannah. Whoop. Right, remember, if you're watching, ask your mom or dad to put it in the comments that you're here with me, because I'll call you out. I'll let you know that I know you're there. Right, Hannah? Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to do so I said we're going to be on the floor a lot today. So let's get down on the floor, or get closer to the floor, with some low leg moves, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spread my feet apart really big. I'm going to sink down and put my hands on the floor like this, right? And then kind of drop my bottom down like that, right? Then I'm going to put one leg straight out in front of me like that, or actually to the side, and then I'm going to shift over to the other side like this. I'm just going to keep shifting back and forth with my hands on the ground. And I'm trying to get my legs to stretch out. I don't want it to be too hard. See how I'm pointing my toe up on this foot? So I roll over, point my toe up like that, and I use my hands for balance so I don't fall down. Hannah, I bet you can get really low, right? You're super duper low, way lower than Sensei Dave can get. Oh, like that. Getting a little lower each time, though, the more I do it. Then I'm going to shift back and forth up here now. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down really low and pick my hands up off the floor, and then I'm going to straighten my legs like this, and then I'm going to bend down low and watch. Whoop, hands come up. Here, I'll turn sideways a little bit so you can see that. So my legs go straight. Oh, put my hands down on the ground, and then I'll bend my knees, and then lift my hands up, and then go back and forth. Whew. So I'm trying to get down kind of like a frog, and then take my hands off the floor. Whew. Trying to see how low I can go. And always, you want to do this without hurting anything. It shouldn't hurt. It should be kind of hard to do. Of course, you little guys, I bet you can just drop up and down like this, no problem. When you're old like Sensei, it gets harder. Oh, all right. Now, who remembers how to do, come on up, a bear crawl? Remember the bear crawl? So there's actually a whole bunch of ways to do a bear crawl. We wanted to do a couple of them. So one is if you get down like this on your hands and knees, and then you pick your knees up so you're on your toes, and you walk around like this. So let's see, you go back and forth, find your space, go back and forth on your space in a bear crawl like this. That's not so bad, right? Okay, now here's a tricky one. Can you do the bear crawl sideways? So now I'm going to go like this. Whoa. It might be harder than it looks. Bear crawling sideways. Do. All right, that's not so bad. How about this one? I'll turn sideways so you can see this. Get on your feet with your legs straight. And then we do the bear crawl with straight legs. Whoa, this one's a lot harder. Turning around. I can feel my arms getting a lot of exercise doing it this way. And my legs are getting very stretchy. I'm going to go back one more time. Straight legs. All right, go ahead and stand up. Shake everything out. Are you feeling warmer? I'm definitely getting warmer. Crawling around on the ground is great exercise. Sometimes we think of exercise as picking up weights or standing up and doing jumping jacks, and that's exercise. But crawling around on the floor or on the grass, very good exercise. And you can think about it in our karate classes, we have to get that on the floor a lot because, well, imagine if you're practicing your moves and one of the moves is falling down. We practice that all the time because sometimes when we practice our moves, we are knocking each other down on purpose. But then we have to learn how to fall so we don't get hurt. We'll get to that later. Let's do another move. This is called the inchworm. This is kind of like putting the bear crawl with another move. Okay, so watch this. I'll start standing up. I'm going to put my hands on the ground. And you can inchworm all around your house. How far can you inchworm? Here's what you do. With your legs straight, bend your body and put your hands on the ground. And then keep your feet still, but walk your hands forward until your body is straight like a push-up. Okay, now here's the hard part. When my hand's stuck, I'm going to start walking my feet closer and closer and closer to my hands. Oh, and after a while, it's going to be really hard. And so then I'll walk my hands back out again. You see that? Let me turn around so you can see it again. So if I start like the push-up, I walk my feet in. Walk, 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 until it feels like I'm going to fall over, and then I walk my hands forward. Right? Then the feet. Oh. And then the hands. Hey, Jack and Ari, are you inchworming with me? You want to see it again? So I'll start like a push-up. My hands are stuck, and then my feet walk closer to my hands with my legs straight, though, not bent like this. They're straight. I got to walk forward before I fall down. One more time. Walking the feet in. And then walking forward. That's called the inchworm. One of the things we'd like to do is pretend to be animals when we do our moves. So we had the bear crawl. We had the inchworm. Can you think of some other animals we pretend to be in karate class? Do you remember the crane? The crane, what kind of animal is a crane? That's right, it's a bird. It's a very tall bird. The thing about a crane, and other birds like cranes, like flamingos, right, is that they have long, long legs and they can balance really well. Did you know that a flamingo can actually sleep standing on one leg? Could you do that? Let's try some crane stance, okay? So crane stance is when you stand on one leg with the other knee way up high like this. And then let's pretend our arms are like wings. You got some wings? All right, so take your wings and put one wing down like this, put the other wing up like this, and then balance. Whoop. I'm going to point my foot even. Okay, now hold it. You are a crane. Wow, that's pretty good. Now, here's what I want you to do. When I say go, you're going to switch legs like this. Oh, and try not to lose your balance like Sensei Dave just did. So then when I land the other way, I lift that knee up, and then my hands switch. Whoop, here are my wings. See my wings? Whoop. This hand's up, this hand's down. Ready? Switch. Whoop. Oh. Got my balance. Switch. Whoop. Oh, that was better. All right, every time I say switch, you're going to jump from one leg to the other, lift your knee up high, and put your wings up. You know what? If you want, you can put your wings in any shape and position you want to. How about like that? Ready? Switch. Whoa! There's my wings. See, I'll make my fingers point too, like feathers. Switch. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get your balance. Hold your knee really high. Switch. Oh, switch. 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 Very nice. Oh, take a break. What other animals have we practiced in class before? Oh, you know what? Monkey. Haha. You remember the monkey move? So we do this one as a self-defense move, but it can be a warm-up too. Let's do this monkey move. Spread your feet apart kind of big. Make your arms really floppy. Remember monkeys have floppy arms? Right? They're long, dangly, floppy arms. And what else do monkeys do? Yeah, they can jump around. They can climb on things. They can hang from things. They can roll around really good too. So let's do a monkey jump. We're going to jump up and down with our arms going up and down like this. So if I jump up, my arms go up. When I jump down, my arms come down with me. See how I drop them down really hard? Up, down, up, down, up, down. And then you just start flopping around like a crazy monkey. If you can even hit the ground with your hands. Monkey jumps. Floppy. Now make your arms really floppy. How floppy are they? Let me see. Let me see how floppy those are. Keep going. Wow, those are some floppy arms. Anna, your arms are so floppy. I'm going to jump around some more. And I'm hitting the floor, too. That means I'm getting down really low. All right, take a break. Nice job. Do you feel pretty warm? Me too. My body's warm. Do you notice when you feel warmer? Can you feel your heart? Is it beating faster? Boy, mine is. How about your breathing? Are you breathing faster too? Yeah, that's what happens to me. When I move around really fast, my heart beats faster, and I feel like I have to breathe harder and faster. And those are good signs. That means your body is working, right? What's your heart doing? Yeah, it's beating, so it's pumping your blood all around inside of you. And because that's like your gas, it runs your engine. Hey, Emmett, how you doing? Emmett's practically my next door neighbor. He just lives down the street. You like the monkey move, Emmett? I like the monkey move too. It's a lot of fun. Let's try to roll like a monkey. Okay, so are you on a carpet? On some soft floor? Sensei's floor is a carpet, but it's kind of hard. But I'm going to show you how we roll, okay? So make sure you've got room. So there's nothing you're going to bump into. I've got enough room so that I don't crash in anything, but I can only roll once in one direction. So here's what we'll do. First we'll roll, and then we'll put the monkey jumping around with the rolling, and we'll see if we can jump and roll like a monkey. Monkeys are fun. All right, so here's the roll. When we want to roll, in karate class, we try to roll over our shoulder instead of over our head. So you know what you call it when you roll over your head? Did you say somersault? That's right. We call it a somersault when you put your head on the ground and roll over your head. And you'll notice when Sensei does it, it makes a really loud noise, right? And yeah, the trick to doing a good somersault is curling your body up like that, okay? But that was rolling over my head. Now, this carpet's soft, but it's not very soft. If I was rolling and landing on my head when I fell down, ow, that might hurt a lot. So we use a shoulder roll so that we don't bump our head. At least that's what we're trying to do. So here's how you do a shoulder roll. Let's see if you can see this from the front. Okay, I'll get down like the monkey or the frog, okay? My hands are on the ground like this. I've got my feet apart. Can you get on the ground like me? Let me see. Have you got lots of room in front of you? Okay, now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to take this hand still on the ground. This hand is up off the floor, and I'm going to take that hand and reach through my legs, and then I'm going to follow my head or follow my hand with my head. But watch what I do with my head. See how I turn it sideways like this? So I'm going to roll on this shoulder and this hand. So I move my head away from it, and then my head goes down through my legs. Okay, so I'll try to do it slow so you can see it. Okay, I'll get down on one knee. So my hand goes under my legs like this, and watch my head. It's going to try to follow. But see how my head is? Look at me. Can you see how my head's tilted sideways like this? So moms and dads, if you're watching your kids do this, make sure that they're turning their head away and putting that shoulder forward in the ground. And then you can help by giving them a little boost. So I'm going to actually have to push with my foot over here like this. Watch. Ready? Whoa. All right, now if you saw me do that, I'm gonna do it again. I want you to watch. Tell me if my head touches the ground or not. Let's see. So here we go. I get down on my monkey crouch. My head's going to tilt to the side away from the hand that's going under my legs, right? So this hand's going under. Here we go. Let's see if my head hits the ground. Did my head hit the ground? I don't think it did. I didn't feel anything. Felt pretty good. I rolled over my shoulder instead. Now, the other important thing you have to do that roll really well is try to make your body round like a ball. Don't you think a ball rolls better than a block? Do you want to be shaped like a ball or shaped like a block? Right. If you want to roll, you have to shape yourself like a ball. Watch it from the side. You can try it with me, okay? So I get down on my little crouch. I put my hand, I take the hand I'm going to roll with, and I can use either one. I can use this one too. But whichever one I use, my head tilts the other way. My hand goes through my legs, and my head's got to follow my hand. Try to stick your head right through the space between your feet. Ready? And then look. Aha. We'll talk about the landing another time. I'll turn around. Do it this way. Ready? Get in your crouch like a monkey. Now, you know, we can put this together with our bear crawl and our inchworm and other things. I got to move my microphone out of the way. So, watch. Head, hand, and then I'm going to follow my head with my hand, or the other way around, right? I'm following my hand with my head. Whew. It's hard to do that with this microphone sticking on my face. How'd you do? All right, now here's what I want you to challenge yourself with, okay? You can go from a bear crawl, crawl all around on the floor. And when we're crawling around, Sensei Dave is going to say, monkey roll. Okay, let's call that the monkey roll. That sounds like fun. Although a monkey roll sounds like a fun dessert that you could eat, doesn't it? Mom, can I have a monkey roll, please? I wonder what a monkey roll would taste like. I hope it doesn't taste like a monkey. All right, so here we go. I'm in a bear crawl, crawling around, okay? And then while I'm crawling, all of a sudden, I'm going to go from the crawl into the monkey roll. So the hand goes through the legs, the head goes to the side. So crawl, 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 ready, monkey roll. Aha. Are you okay? Make sure you look. Make sure there's nothing to crash into around you, okay? Let's see, I'm going to do it again. Bear crawl, bear crawl, bear crawl, monkey roll. Whew. How'd you do? I'll tell you what. If the floor you're on is pretty hard, you can practice that on something soft. If you have a nice big bed, you could try rolling on your bed. Not on a bunk bed. I don't want you to roll off the top bunk. But find a soft place where you could practice that roll. It works really nice in soft grass, too. Although you might get a little dirt in your hair. That's okay. I like getting dirty. That means I'm working hard. All right, nice job, everybody. Practice your monkey rolls. You can practice the monkey jumps. We can practice the crane. And we can practice doing bear crawls. And the inchworm. Boy, that's a lot of different ways for us to move around. All right, let's get back up on our feet. And let me show you a couple of combinations before we finish with a little lesson, okay? Do you remember last week we talked about combinations? You do? Well, that's good. That means you were paying attention. Good for you. A combination is when you take one thing and another thing and maybe even another thing and you put them all together, right? And what were three different things? They're now a combination of three things. You think of things that are combinations? In karate class, we're doing combinations of moves. But what if you take some lettuce and combine it with some tomatoes and combine that with some carrots and combine that with some cucumbers and combine that with some, I don't know, mushrooms? What have you got? That's right, you've got a salad. So a salad is just a combination of things. Sure, you could eat the lettuce by itself, or the cucumbers by itself, or the carrots. I like carrots. But if you put them all together, you've got a combination. You've got a whole new thing. Okay, so combinations. This is where we put different moves together. So I'm going to stand up nice and tall. You go ahead and stand up too. Get in your guarding stance. And let's just do a couple of combinations. Last week we did combinations with our hands. And the week before that, we did some with our kicks. Today, let's combine our hands and our feet. We'll put our punches and kicks together to make whole body combinations. Now, since we're talking about animals today, let's mix up some animals, right? So we'll try to do our combinations like animals. So when I learned, we had animal techniques. We had to do moves that were kind of like we were pretending to be an animal. So since we did the crane, let's try a crane technique, and we'll use the move we did before at the beginning, right? So here you are. You're standing here like this, and right in front of you is a bad guy, a person who's trying to harm you, and you need to protect yourself, okay? So let's pretend that we're using our arms like the crane. What kind of arms does a crane have? That's right, it has wings. So we're just pretending to move in a fun way, okay? I mean, in real life, if a bad guy was coming after you, would you start flapping your wings like a crane? You know, maybe if they saw you do that, they'd think you were really crazy and they'd run away, and it might work. But this is a fun exercise for us. Okay, so here are my wings. I'm standing here. I've got my hands open like this, like the tips of my wings. And now a person comes towards me, and they're going to try to punch me in the nose. Whew. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump to the side, like the crane. See how I did that? They come at me, I go, whoa, big side jump. Okay? Can you do that first? So here are my wings. I'm standing here. Someone comes at me, whoop. I did a quick jump to the side, and I balanced on one leg. Yeah, okay, so here's how we put all this together. Remember, we have our wings, right? So the person comes at us, we jump to the side, and our leg comes up, and then right from there, here's our first move, we kick. I kicked low to the ground. So, bad guy comes at me. I jump out of the way like a crane. My wings are up. I kick out low with my foot. See that? Boom, boom. And I'm still balanced on one leg. Whoa. Remember, the crane has great balance. So, leap to the side, pick your knee up, kick out, put your foot down. Now, here are my wings. Watch. My wing is going to chop. Whoa. Down. My other wing is going to chop. Ha. Down. Right? So it's a jump, a kick, and 2 wing chops. Boom, boom. Watch. Jump, kick, chop, chop. And then I'm going to step back and get ready. Just those 3 moves. Well, actually, it's 4, isn't it? Because we count the jump. What have we combined? We combined jumping out of the way with a kick and with a chop and another chop. Those are our moves. Jump, kick, chop, chop. Like a crane. Here we go. I'm standing here waiting. Somebody punches me in the nose. Nope. I jump out of the way. Kick, chop, chop. And then step back a little bit. We're going to imagine that we did those chop, chop moves and the person kind of gets back up and says, hey. And so we get ready for them. Let's try it again. Crane technique. We're standing on guard. We're ready. Here comes the punch. Go. Jump. Kick. Step down. Chop with one arm, chop with the other arm, and then step back again. Whew. Not bad, huh? Can you do it again? Let me see all my little cranes out there. Get your wings ready. Whew. Whew. Get your balance ready. See how I'm moving? Got my wings flapping. Here comes the person. I jump out of the way. Whoa, kick, chop, chop. Step back. And the better you get it, the faster you can put all the moves together. That's a fun combination. I like that. One thing I like about doing those combinations is that they're good exercise for your body. Okay, I'll leave you with that. You can go back and rewind the video and watch it again so you can learn that combination. But let me talk to you for a second before we finish. I want to come in close. Let me get in nice and close. Good. Oh, gee, that's way too close. Hold on, let me back up. How's that? Is that better? Okay. I've got a big word for you today, class. Can you say intuition? Whoa, that's a big word. Intuition. One of the reasons that people practice karate and other martial arts is to learn how to stay safe. And you have to think about things that you should stay safe from. What we just talked about was being safe from another person who's trying to harm you. But are those the only things that could be unsafe? No, yeah, I bet you can think of a lot of other things that are unsafe or that could be unsafe if you weren't careful. So it's that being careful part That's where the intuition comes in. Intuition is a feeling that you have about something. It's not a thought. It's just a feeling. So think about a scary situation. Could you imagine feeling scared? Let's imagine something like getting lost. Could you imagine that? Maybe you're out at the store with your mom and your dad, and one minute you're not paying attention and you wander away. And the next thing you know, oh no, I can't find my mom or my dad. Now you can be sure your mom and dad will be looking for you. But if you were in that scary situation, you might have feelings. You'd feel scared. So I want to help give you some thoughts about your intuition and about what you could do if you ever got lost. So you want to have an idea of who you should ask for help, right? Because if you get lost, wouldn't you want help? Yeah, me too. So what does your intuition say? What do your feelings say about who to ask for help? Well, let's think about a few people you could look for. So let's imagine we're lost. And let's also imagine there are lots of other grown-ups around us. There's lots of different kinds of grown-ups. Which ones could you go up to? Let's start with this. The first kind of person I want you to look for is a mom with her kids. What kind of feeling do you have about a mom with her children? Yeah, I have a pretty good feeling. I think about a mom with her children as probably somebody who cares about kids and would help you out. Here's another kind of person. Somebody who looks like your grandmother. You might look around and say, oh, that lady looks a lot like my grandmother. I bet you if she's a grandmother too, she really cares about kids and she would want to help me. Yeah, I would have a good feeling about a mom with her kids or about somebody who looked like my grandmother. Another kind of person you could look for is a person wearing a uniform, like a police person or a fire person, or even a postman or postwoman or a delivery person, somebody who's wearing their uniform. Because that person is probably pretty responsible, don't you think? And then maybe the last kind of person you could ask is somebody who's working. So if you were in a store, you would look for people who worked in the store. And those are people you could have a pretty good feeling about asking for help. Right? So if you're ever lost and you have a feeling about people around you, well, trusting your intuition is important. So let's review that. Who could you look for if you got lost? A mom with her kids. Yeah. Somebody who looks like your grandmother. A person in a uniform. Or a person who's at work. I think those are a good start. If you think about that, they can become part of your intuition, part of your feelings about who to look for. All right, friends, let's finish up here. I'm going to step back. Can you show me how you do front position? Good job. Show me knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, strength in the body, and bow. All right, class. Nice job. You're doing great. I hope I'll see you later on today at 4. I've got another class, and you're welcome to come back and watch again. And after that, it's story time. I'm going to read you a few more tales of Bunjitsu Bunny. I hope I'll see you then. You all have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.